Yeah, I didn't come this way, so this doesn't look quite right. Are you only well behaved until the alcohol runs out? Runs out? I thought you were going to say you're only well behaved until the alcohol kicks in, Cookie. Right, across there. So we're on that bit. And we're going to go find this accident.
Yeah.
Not there, is it? No, it's not.
Yeah.
A bit further on yet. Not much further on. Wow. Is that what I think it is? Yeah, collapsed house.
Hey, who's there?
Oh god, an bandit camp. Ah, I've come across the bandit camp from the other side this time. That's interesting. So is this the interesting sight of note? Shoot him from here, look. What's this? Did that not hit him? That really should have hit him. That one did. Oh, shot in the balls. And he goes down. Where's his mates at? There's one.
Raise the alarm! Watch out!
I think I'm spotted.
Alarm!
Come to me. And... ah! Massive flinch as he came in there.
Get over here!
Oi! Oh, I got him in the leg! I think I got him in the leg as he ran off. Right, anyway. There is nothing worth taking here, apart from I'll have the cheap wine. Oh, and actually, I'll tell a lie, the leather gloves. And a heavy shield. This guy's got the good stuff, actually. Nope, not a stealthy one. Silver goblet, I'll have that. And it sells. I'll take it. So... we'll just open this for the experience. Unless it's suddenly got anything different in from before. Ouch! That sounded painful. Try that again. Oh, it opened anyway, thanks to that perk I've got. Right, okay. No point chasing those guys off. Food. I'll not eat the food. Henry seems to live on a pretty liquid diet now. I'll drink the cheap wine. Because that gets my drinking skill up and gives me a perk point. Awesome. Should I jump on this horse and steal it? Stampede horse. Let's do that. Alright. Never done that before. Didn't know that was even an option in the game. Nice. Right, so there's a couple of weird markers on my map here. It suggests that this is an interesting site. Whether it's for anything other than that bandit camp, I don't know. I don't think there's anything to see here, is there? Oh, hang on. Nope, I can't sneak in from this end, so... let's assume not then. And let's get on to the next place. Oh, hang on, what's that? Just a bench. No, can't see any way in.
Get over here!
Oh, are they back? You coming on for some then?
Raise the alarm! Watch
Stood
out!
there at the moment. Yeah, as soon as I get the weapon out, there he goes. Big
Two
coward.
arms! Get over here!
Oh, his mate hasn't noticed though. And... douche! I went right past his flipping nose. Hey, man, this better not be a wayfarer.
Who's there?
Oh, I bet that hurt.
Two arms! Get over here!
Yeah. I like playing with the bandits. They're good fun.
Raise the alarm!
What's that? Oh, it's a spilt cauldron.
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
I'll leave them to their fun. First time you've seen me fail lockpicking. Yeah, it's because it was very hard. And I maybe wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been. They are tricky, the hard ones, the very hard ones, when it's on the outer circle. You don't have much wiggle room before it goes wrong. Right, so I'm going to head along the path until I see one that breaks off on the left-hand side. There's a stampeded horse. I can hear people shouting in the background still. Oh, unless it means down there. Let's have a look at the map we're following. So it's actually a road. It's supposed to take a road that ends up...
Welcome, Henry.
No, that wasn't a bandit on the road there. Yeah, it's below that big pondy bit. So it's below there. And it's supposed to be a road that disappears off down here. So let's go and see. It's not a dried riverbed. Don't go that way, mate. There's bandits over there. Right, okay. Aha! A path into the woods. And I nearly missed it. What the hell is this? Woodland Garden? Well, we'll have that. Wow, you can harvest an entire thing. Oh, I've got a drinking perk to pick, haven't I? Cool. That is the... Someone said, I can't remember which one of you guys it was in chat that said to do this. I'd never thought of it before, but it was brilliant advice. When you find a woodland garden, go and pick all the herbs because you get a huge lot in one go, and that levels you up really quickly. Like if I pick the middle of this comfrey, it should get everything. Front and back. Yep, that's the way to do it. Go and get some of this mint. So thanks to whoever that was in chat who gave me that bit of advice. That's been good advice. Hell is this? Oh, it's just like a pond. Right? Yeah. So... it's going to be on down the end of this road somewhere. Ah, suddenly overloaded. Probably with herbs and crap. 87 sage. Move that to the horse. Well, that helped a bit. 78. 112 mint. I know they only weigh like 0.1 each, but it adds up. That's made the difference there. 56 comfrey. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Put the crap leather gloves on there. Ah, that's weighing me down a bit. No, that wasn't the one I was wearing. That's okay. And that. No wonder I was overloaded. Save now. If it's on the outer circle for lockpicking, step away and retry them in a different spot. Yeah, I've seen people do that in videos, and if I was struggled a lot with it, I think I'd do that more. But it kind of feels well, it is and it isn't gamey. It's like it feels like, hang on, this should be pickable. Why isn't it? It's definitely a flower bed of some sort. Look. Yeah, it's like you find a lock that you want to pick, and you go up to it and you think, oh no, well maybe if I just turn my back on it and then look at it again, it'll suddenly be easier, and it is. So it feels a tiny bit gamey doing that. But if I was struggling with it more, and if it's something really important, then I would do that. I'm not beyond. I'm not taking any moral high ground here, trying to put things down. Hang on, are we still going the right direction? This seems to be working back on ourselves here. I think we may have missed the plot here, but it does say this ends in a building somewhere. When it had no segments, it was necessary, yeah. Yeah, when it was a lot harder back then. You couldn't gauge where things were. I know this ends in a cave. Let's have another look at the damn map. I know I'm in the wrong place. I'm looking for the markers. See, the cave bit is... you can't see it, but it's the end of that stream. And I think I've come off the road. And the house is on the other side of the road anyway, so... I think I need to go back up here and retrace my steps a bit. You weren't there a minute ago. I just killed it. I stood on a hare. Oh no, I didn't quite kill it. Hang on. Hang on. If I run into... Because I've got that perk to run into these things. That's what it is. I've got that perk. If you run into this stuff, it does damage to it. Welsh. I'm going to kill this hare by running over it enough. So it runs out of stamina. Boosh. It's a shame you can't, like, kick it and watch it sail over the horizon. Oh, we're getting bored of this game now. Right, okay. We've had enough of that. That's a nice way to level your hunting skill up. Running over hares. Hey, Natasha Fox. How's it going there? Right, so we're back. Back onto the road. He's getting a little bit out of breath. We're heading north. Could we be heading north? Does this track split up? It does not. I feel like there should be a cabin somewhere. I'm heading true north there, now west. How's all that down there? Another path and stuff. I should be heading like vaguely southeast. Maybe it's on top of this hill up here. Oh, hang on, what's that? Just trees. Looking for some sort of marker. Ooh, hang on. Fallen tree. Keep seeing shadows where the sunlight... Hang on, hang on. This looks like the cabin on the map. Good stuff. I like this way that the house is all tumbled down, but the clothes are still out on the line. Okay. We discovered another woodland garden. I'll take those. And I must spend that point in drinking perks as well. That'll do. So, we don't need to go in there, do we? An interesting sight. Wow, can I pick these up? These look like they're valuable. Won't let me pick them up. How sad. Ah, the lockpick. You sick again, Natasha? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Actually, having said that, I came down, or thought I was coming down with a bad cold. Last couple of days I've been absolutely exhausted.
60% of the time, it works.
Hey, Maz. Hey, Maz. Thank you very much for all those gift subs. That is awesome. Thank you. That's really cool of you.
60% of the time, it works.
There they go. 60% of the time. This isn't the treasure. Oh, it is the treasure because there is dice in there.
60% of the time, it works.
Night Spurs.
Every time.
Maz, you are the MVP tonight. Thank you so much for that. Can we get a round of applause, please, in chat for Maz?
Every time.
How's Buddy? Hey, Buddy, how's life going? It's going a lot better now, thanks. It's going pretty good, actually. I can't complain.
60% of the time, it works.
I was saying I was feeling
Every
pretty rough the
time.
last couple of days, but just tonight, that seems to have gone, cleared. I thought it was coming down with a really nasty cold, and unless it's just lulling me into a false sense of security, it has gone. And that is awesome stuff. And yeah, how are you doing anyway? How's life in sunny Norway? I know that wasn't me taking the mic. So treasure map 12 is completed. Was it on the cottage? It was in the cottage. That was a good find. I like that one. And I've got 12 of those for some reason. 3 of those for some reason, even. Hey, Captain Mikado. Welcome back. It's the accidental murder game again. What? Have I accidentally murdered someone? Oh, hey, Aldrigo, by the way. You got a cold. A nasty, horrible cold. You had a major server crash. Oh, God. And right in the middle of the night as well. 50 hours of fixing. Ooh. Nasty stuff. Rather you than me. Rock and roll. Hey, how you doing? Okay, let's see. We've got to do something more sensible now. There are more treasure maps. There's one up near Ushitz. I could fast travel to Ushitz. It would be... Let's see where that map is. How's my Saviour Schnapps doing? How many do I have? Saviour Schnapps. I have 10. We're going to eat one. Because I want the game saving right there. I almost killed a hare by accident. That's true, I tell you. Yeah, that is true. Well, it was nearly by accident, and then I tried to do it, so it was more on purpose after that. Typical to get the cold right before the birthday party. Yes, that is always how it goes. Always how it goes. Let's have a look then. So I need the maps. So I think that one is... That one's a tricky one to find. That's southeast of Ratai. We're going to leave that. And this is the one up near Ushitz. It's north of Ushitz. Well, I think it's north of Ushitz. There's a... Ah, okay. There's a road coming out of Ushitz. There's a lake. There's 3 stone walls. There's a tree. I think I know where this is. I think I know roughly where this is. Coming out of Ushitz. 3 stone walls. Lake. Tree at the end of that wall. So we're going to put the mark on there. We're going to go for this one because I think this is an easy one to find. And if it's dark when I get there, I'll have a sleep. Go to the inn. I think we've still got a room at the inn at Ushitz. Rock and roll. Yeah, you can use the super emote, the fire emote, which is such a shame because there's no... Oh, hang on, fight. Because there is no...
Hey, all of you, gather here. Raise the alarm.
It's a camp. You can't set people on fire in this game, which is such a shame.
Watch out.
Is this the same? This is the same one as I've come to 3 or 4 times now. Oh, here they go. Is that a bandit? Come on.
To arms!
Why wouldn't it let me hit him? I'm not in combat. Well, that was messed up, wasn't it? Okay. To hell with that. Fast travel. Let's get going. Toss all your money at Mark. Do it now. Good advice. I'll put it in the new computer fund. By the way, like 5 minutes ago, you were walking in some abandoned cabin with a little garden and a stone brick wall with some water. What kind of herbs did you find there? Need it for research. I found 2. Well, I found a woodland garden just off the track. That was full of, I think, herb Paris, mint, and I forget the other one. And the one near the abandoned cabin that had sage and marigolds. Was it marigolds? Definitely had. Definitely had sage. Have I marched all the way there with me helmet out? Right. Hang on a sec. Something's missing. Oh no, stinger. There it is. I had a feeling I hadn't picked up that really nice sword, but it's okay, it's there. Right, let's get to the inn. It should just be behind me, actually. There we go. And it's through here, if I remember. And up the stairs. The bandits are getting smarter. They're running out the way. It's so annoying when they all run off like that. Because it's only the weak ones that you can take that run off. That you can easily beat anyway. It wouldn't be so bad if you get into a group of like 5 humans and 3 of them run off. Because then you've got an easier fight where you need the help. We'll sleep till then. And I haven't picked that drinking skill yet. I must remember to do that. I don't know what herb Paris would be used for. I know what it's used for in this game, but fact, I don't even remember coming across that, because I used to be a gardener a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And I've never heard of herb Paris. We maybe call it something different in the UK. But mint and sage and stuff was obviously used for flavouring foods and cooking with. And some of them, not so much mint, but sage might have been used in old ale recipes before hops were used, at least in the UK. I can do the trough. Is that a trough? That's a trough. Mark the gardener. Yeah, I used to be a long time ago. Well, my parents were farmers anyway, so it's not that far removed a occupation. Right, we want this road. So we follow this road here and it bends to the north. And we can no, this is it here. Yeah, and then I progressed from just like gardening into tree work and arboriculture, i.e. climbing trees with a chainsaw. And I always did computers as a hobby, and always interested. I just didn't want to sit in front of them all day long.
Yeah.
And then about 16, 17 years ago, I decided that being out in all weathers over winter was shit. And also that I didn't want to die before I was 30 by having some idiot fell a tree on top of me. And so here we go. Is this the wall? Or is that the wall? I think that's the wall. So I decided to give that up and just go into computer repair, which is a lot safer. This tree, this big tree here at the end of this wall. And a grave. Cool. Well, this is it then. We found the place. With a lot of flowers. Can't pick those. I can pick the poppies, I'll have them. And I'm going to pick that drinking skill before I forget as well. 2 drinking perks, right. I can have the lot now. Top shelf, spirits are 50% weaker so you can drink more. Why would I want that? When you drink yourself to oblivion, you'll wake up at home in bed and none of your inventory items will be gone. Bacchus, you'll never drink yourself to oblivion, but the negative effects of your hangover will be stronger. True Slav, you get drunk on 50% less alcohol, saving your hard-earned groschen. Loose tongue, get speech bonus when drunk. I don't know what to pick out of these, because none of them... Under the influence of alcohol, your hand will shake 25% less and your bow skill is higher by +2, but when sober, your hand will shake more. So basically, I have to get drunk before I use the bow. Don't like the sound of that. The UK is just your slightly retarded cousins, Maz. If you hadn't gifted all those subs, I wouldn't let you get away with saying that. Hang on, aren't we all descended from Norwegians and Danes anyway? So if we are, then it's your fault. You, right there, your fault. Curious about that watering hole was for. I guess it was just a great big pond or a sinkhole for water. Hey, Captain Mikado, thank you very much for the bits. I don't know what to pick out of these. I've got all the drinking perks available now. I don't much like the sound of any of them. So I'll never drink myself to oblivion. But my hangover's worse. I don't know. When I drink myself to oblivion, I'll wake up safe at home in bed. Well, that sounds like it might be good. Don't imagine getting that drunk. But you can find your way home when you're drunk. I'll take that one. And the top shelf, spirits are weaker for you so you can drink more. I'll take that. I don't know if that's a good thing to pick. I think all the drinking perks are more novelty, really. I don't think any of them are particularly vital. When did I unlock an alchemy perk at level 7? I think I was saving those, actually. Yeah, I was saving those. Right then. Oh, hang on. Flowers. It's nice, all these flowers around this grave and that I'm about to desecrate. Okay, let's have a look. And who's behind hole number 2?
60% of the time, it works every time.
Oh, I think Maz, are you gifting subs again? Oh, that's very kind of you. Thanks. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. I feel awful now. This is a couple, and I've pinched all the flowers and dug them up. And look at them, died in each other's arms. That is like a true Romeo and Juliet sort of story. I find that, actually, they won't have died in, they won't have put themselves in there. So some creepy sod has killed them and put them in each other's arms like that, maybe. Serial killer much? I don't know. Oh, wow. Some nice stuff in here. Very nice stuff. And another die. A very nice piece of armor. That might be my new armor set. Spiked Warhammer. The Warhorse Coif and the Warhorse Greaves. So I'm getting the full Warhorse armor set here. So that was... I've got to remember this. Was that Ancient Map 3? Yeah, it was. So that goes on the horse now. We've only got Ancient Map 1 done. Or one more map to do. And then I have to find some more from somewhere. So tell me, chat, while I'm sorting a few things out, tell me if you want me to go and do that last treasure map now, or go and do something else. So just have a quick speak up in chat. Mark, I'm horrible digging up graves of poor people who did nothing to you to deserve it. Well, it's for the greater good. It's so I can go and save the realm. They don't need this stuff anymore. Besides, I think it was some... I don't think that those people actually knew each other. I think that was some serial killer having a joke. I think that's what that was. Right. What was I going to do? I was going to look at the armor. Is the Warhorse stuff. That is indeed better. I've got myself some new armor, and it's lighter. Does it have more charisma? Charisma 13. Charisma 16. That is definitely a bonus. Doesn't make any difference on that. Probably because I've got that Warhorse thing on over the top. Which, now that I'm washed and cleaned, brocade outer jacket, does that make a difference to... Hang on, something's just gone up to Charisma 20. Why? Why did that just go to Charisma 20? I didn't click on anything. Strange. Warhorse Greaves versus... Oh, I've got some better ones anyway, so that goes on the horse. The Warhorse Coif is... No, that goes on the horse as well. So it's this one. I can't get above 20 with my charisma. So we shall have to leave that for another day to find out. Knight Spurs versus Golden Spurs. I think they're better. Some stuff to sell. I'm overloaded again. One for the treasure hunt with Marky Mark Spider, main quest. Hey, Armoured Candy. Good morning to you, wherever you are. Blackie3443. It's not a game I would play, but I really enjoy watching you play this game. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. But I don't know what you mean by that. Not in this game in particular, but in other games. There's other games I will happily watch, but I've no intention of playing myself. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. Actually, I put that on the horse, and that sorts that problem out. Oh, and that as well. Things are just getting a bit heavy out here. Nobleman's boots. Decorated riding boots ×2. That'll do. And I've got a load of weapons as well. So,